What's up, Domino community? Welcome back. This is the newly redesigned Domino Deep Dive series. Today, I'm joined with a very special co-host, StickTrickDominoDude.
What be up, Domino community? It's so nice to be back on the H5 Domino community channel. Thank you so much to Lily for having me on here, and I'm so excited to be a part of Domino Deep Dive. Many of you probably know, for a while back in 2015 and 2016, I hosted a series similar to this called Domino Critic. It's nice to be back here in the Domino Critic seat.
Michael, you're probably the best person to be on this series just because you've done Domino Critic in the past, and I think having a two-way conversation with another domino builder will provide different perspectives that we can talk about dominoes in a more interesting way. Hopefully you'll be able to learn from that. The way that this new series is going to work is, instead of reacting to the whole video, we're more so just going to talk about the interesting things that we see in the videos, things that we can point out and talk about. Really just focus on the ways that people can learn from it rather than just being like, oh my god, that's an amazing video. Let's get into the videos. This first video is called VfB Stuttgart and 5,000 Dominoes by Klotzbobble.
Alright, I'm excited.
The domino just fell. Did they edit that or did they blow on that?
I think they blew on it. Yeah, that was a blow.
Yeah. See, that's a good way to make it seem like it fell. Or like, even if there's a break, you can blow on something to make it go without having a hand in the shot.
Didn't you do that very recently for the most confusing domino project ever?
The Sonomod field that was on the curved wall, part of it didn't fall, so I just blew at it. You can edit out the audio from that, and it seems like the dominoes just fall normally. Flippy Cat actually has like an air can that he uses to like spray at the dominoes.
Very, very good freehanded text right here.
These letters look really good. So what I love about the letters here is that all of the curves are very wide angles. You don't see a lot of really sharp turns, and as a result, when these lines fall, they stay together and they don't slide out of place. If you make text that's like really sharp curves, things will slide out and then it kind of ruins the shape of whatever the letter is. With this, the text is just, it's very beautiful, very cleanly built. The spacing between each letter looks pretty good, and even the connecting lines are the same color as the background color, which helps it blend in.
I think the choice to use the exact same colors as the floor for the background lines is absolutely fantastic.
It matches perfectly.
You really, really want the text to be the thing that stands out. Whether you're using clear dominoes or just any color that looks just like the floor, that's really good artistic awareness, so kudos for that. Is that a homemade fall wall? It's a fall wall made out of Kaplas.
Wait, that's made out of Kapla?
Yeah.
Oh wow, very creative. I've never seen that.
Oh, I'm seeing the fail.
Oh, they forgot to fill in a safety gap. That's the worst fail, when you forget to fill in a safety gap, because that's just like, it's not even a technical issue with the setup, it's just you literally forgot to fill in the gap. I've been trying to have like a checklist before I knock down things. You can always avoid that way.
If you look at this angle in the far back, we can see the beginning of the line that came in to start the field.
Yeah, so always make sure the lines are out of the shot.
For all I know, you probably ran out of dominoes. In that case, that's when you choose to not have the camera angle at all. Once anyone sees that, then they're immediately kind of turned off by the connection. The screen link feeling is completely gone. I mean, most people know that it's fake. Still, when you see the screen link evidence, then the feeling of it being continuous goes away.
And if you did run out of dominoes, you could space out the dominoes a little bit more to get that extra distance so it goes off screen. So it looks like this was triggered by a small to large domino with string.
It's unfortunate that the wall didn't immediately fall down, and we could obviously see that it didn't work perfectly. Here's a quick tip. Whenever you're pulling dominoes off the structure to knock it down, always take the dominoes right near the top, the fourth or the fifth layer from the top.
And if you're knocking down a wall that uses the alternating technique and it has vertical dominoes on the side, I recommend taking out one of those vertical standing ones. That's a more weak point in the structure, so it's easier to pull out, and it's carrying a lot of dominoes on top of that.
But I love the design.
The design of this shirt looks great, and I love how you cut out the logo and taped it to the wall in the middle. That looks really nice. Oh no.
Oh no.
That's tough, because filling in all of those lines where the main line is so close to the perpendicular lines that are going to knock down the field, that just seems very risky. I would recommend, instead of building that main line first, build that main line as you connect each individual line going to the field, because then you'll have more room for your hand. Even when you're building field starters, you could put some safety gaps in between
He did have a few safety gaps in there, actually. He forgot to fill them in after he decided to knock down the bottom half. Once again, just don't forget about those safety gaps.
I'm just wondering, they didn't rebuild the field. It just kind of ended with a fail, which in a way was a little disappointing. I would have loved to see a full clip of the whole thing falling.
I agree. I know that it's so easy to say, I really want to get this out there because I spent so much time on it. In my head, personally, I would think this didn't work, so I don't want people to know that it didn't work. I think that's just a matter of opinion, so if it's more important that you show this great design, then that's totally cool.
If I were to rebuild this, I wouldn't keep knocking it down. You could just save like the top half of it. Overall, great video, great designs, everything was really well laid out. This next video is called Random Dominoes 4 by Domino Machines. I've had this happen so many times where I like try to knock it down and it doesn't knock down. When you go to knock things down, knock it down more than you think you need to knock it down so it actually knocks down.
I don't necessarily agree with that too much. I think it just adds a little bit of a funny aspect to the video when someone fails to start. But what I think is a little unprofessional is when someone starts a domino project with their foot. If there's ever just one family member around you, ask them to do it for you.
I would agree with the foot thing. I do knock things down with my foot occasionally. I'm not going for a really professional look. It might just be a normal compilation video rather than like a huge artistic setup. I would recommend always just knocking it down with like a yardstick. Maybe you can be standing and holding a yardstick, or just ask someone else to knock it down with their finger.
Or be like Havish 5 and get that auto toppler.
Yes, or that. And here the fallback failed. There's a really good video by Wright who made the most detailed fallback tutorial I've ever seen. So if you haven't seen that video, definitely go check it out. If you use that method, a fallback will work every single time, guaranteed. Oh, the piano technique failed there. When I do the piano technique, the sideways dominoes on top, instead of placing them towards the back of the platform, put it more towards the middle, because then it's almost on the edge to tip over. It's okay to fail. We fail all the time. We've had setups go completely wrong. It's part of the process. What really matters most is just learning from that fail and really analyzing what happened and how can I improve this trick for the next time. It is, of course, disappointing. Just use it as an opportunity to learn, and then in the future you'll be set.
It is perfectly okay to fail. It's all a part of the building process. But if a project of yours fails, don't include it in a video. If you're including failed projects in your videos, there's not necessarily an incentive to stop having the fails. But if you choose to make your videos so good that they don't have any fails, there is an incentive to get better.
I mean, it all depends on what you want to do. If you want to show fails, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So those are the videos. Thank you so much to all the people who have submitted theirs. If you want to submit yours, there's a link in the description. We're going to take videos from that pile for the next one. Let me know in the comments, did you like this new style with a co-host? Do you think we should change anything else? We're open to feedback. We want to make this series the best it can be for the community. Thank you again, Michael, for being on the show. It's been really great to have you here.
Not a problem, Lily. I'm glad to help.
I'm Havish 5.
And I'm StickTrickDominoDude, and we are signing out.
And keep on building.